Oh, where do I see the chat? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to give a little bit of time before people can get in here. Greetings, Michelle Kirby. I don't usually go live during this time. Good evening, Albert. But there's a reason why I'm going live. And you can love this or hate this. Vechain reached out to myself and Alvarez and Devin, and they have requested that this is a sponsored live stream by Vechain. They've requested that that we present some things that are going on with Vechain, and then I'll present those things, and then I'll talk crypto and I'll answer any questions you may have. So the reason why I say love it or hate it is like, guys, I wouldn't be live at all right now. So let me do my spiel with Vechain. I'm really excited to be partnered with Vechain. I hope this can be a long-term thing. And the reason why I say that, I hope it's going to, well, I hope it can be a long-term thing because that just means more live streams. If they want me to go live, I will go live. And a big reason why I say I want it to be a long-term thing is because no matter what happens with crypto over the next few months, next few years, I am thoroughly convinced that VeChain is going to be one of those cryptos that's going to exist for a very long time. So the fact that they've reached out to me and Alvarez and Devin, I really hope that this is a partnership that lasts. So again, guys, I'll answer some questions in a little bit, but could you guys do me a favor, especially for those of you on TikTok? I am live on YouTube. I'm live on X. Could you please just check out the VeWorld app? I will post a link in the live stream. It's in the description section of the live stream. If you do that, that just increases the chances that that I'll be doing these extra live streams. So if you want an evening live stream in the future, here, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. This is not a fake account, Cardano. I'm doing this. Just man, give me a second, man. Let me just do this thing, and then I'll answer your questions. So I'm going to post this in the YouTube live stream, and I am going to be open to the public here for chatting on YouTube sometime soon. I'll respond to my X account. It should be live on my X account. It is, and so I'm going to post that link on the X account. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, download the VeChain VeWorld app, the VeWorld app, and check it out. I've had the VeWorld app. I downloaded it because Coinbase gave it an incentive a while ago to check out VeChain. It's a cool app. You got typical crypto access on the app. Download it, check it out. If you have VeChain, that's a great place to stake your VeChain. And so that's it. That's really all of it. Again, I'm asking you as a favor, but also for reasons that, yeah, VeWorld, but you got to click my reference link that I posted on YouTube and X. All right. So VeWorld, I'm going to be going live for 3 days, talking about VeChain related things. And Devin and Alvarez are also doing this. So you download with my referral link. I don't get any kickback from that. They just want to see some statistics with the link. You download the VeWorld app, check it out. You want to transfer your VeChain there. You want to do other things on that. I've had it for a while. All right. I've had this app already for a while. It's just the reason why I'm talking about it is they reached out to me. You can download on the App Store on I'm not Mitch. Oh, the guy making money wants a referral code. Mitch, I don't know what you're saying. I'm not getting any kickbacks from the referral code. The referral code is so that they can do their metrics, okay? The only reason why I'm live today is because VeChain, I'm live right now is because VeChain reached out to myself, Devin, and Alvarez to partner with us and see if this will be a good thing. All right, and I'm going to answer questions at any, in a few minutes. And so the rest of the live stream, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, okay? So again, VeWorld, you could get it on so VE World, you can get it on Apple or on Android. Again, would really appreciate the referral link, and you will be getting more lives from me in the future. If this is a partnership that lasts. So anyway, let me open the live stream on YouTube to all, anyone can chat in that live stream, and then I'll answer any questions here. So, okay, let me share my crypto tab. Now, I know the first question that that people are asking, right? Is it over? And it certainly doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look good. That's just let's be clear about that. But I'm sticking to the same rules that I stuck to last week, or the last several weeks. If Bitcoin has a close below the 50-week moving average, I am going to assume that we are going into a bear market. Again, I want to be clear, not the bear market, a bear market. A bear market, and I think we should just throw out the first quarter of 2026. But I am not of this mindset that we are going to bottom out a year from now. Pack your bags, buy in the bear market. We'll get excited again in 2028. I am absolutely not of that mindset. I believe Bitcoin, even if we enter a bear market, I believe Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high in 2026, if not early 2027. So good evening, Rob. Vet chart is awful, even if they have good tokenomics. What chart is not awful? Yes, the VeChain chart does not look good. Lots of charts do not look good. VeChain is still above its bear market bottom, and so is there potential for accumulation here for ahead of something? There is potential for accumulation. Maybe it'll just go right back down and hang around its bear market bottom like it did in 2023. So what's your XWW Bitcoin? At WW Bitcoin. Do you think VeChain will reach a penny? 0.1, 10 cents. When? That's the question. When? If you're asking for 2025, no. Early 2026, no. Could it happen at some point in 2026? I'll download if you give me a Cardano price prediction. For when? If we're talking about 2025, my Cardano price prediction is, if we're going to enter a bear market, then Cardano is going to go down from here. So when, are we talking about peak of euphoria? I think there will be euphoria this cycle, this cycle being between now and the next Bitcoin halving. I think there will be absolute euphoria, All right, Rismus, guys, you guys asking about Rismus. It's been down lately. Solana's been down lately. All right, so Rismus is a Solana cryptocurrency. Rismus has held up a lot better than a lot of other meme coins. I still think it's going to pump at the end of the month or early December, something like that. But I'm not going to be too greedy with it. The Rismus play was in anticipation of a positive fourth quarter. I still have a bag of Rismus, a pretty big one. So is Sui and AVAX good coins to buy in the bear market? What the bear market this upcoming, maybe, you're not going to get huge returns on those. Is this your main account? Yes. Okay, guys, again, my account with 168,000 followers got banned because somebody's trying to extort money from me. So he reported all my old videos. So that's cool. Do you have Discord? No, but there is a He Premium Discord. Great to see you on tonight, Vechain or not. Thank you, Elias. What's the benefit of the app? There's benefits for Vechain holders. There's staking. There's things. I mean, I'm just going to encourage you to check it out. There's lots of. It's a typical wallet, so there's things you can do with the wallet. The thing that I'm asking again is just I'm live right now because VeChain is sponsoring this live stream. I never go live in the evening. If you want more of these lives where I give a pitch for VeChain the first few minutes here and then I respond to questions, then do me a favor. They want to see some metrics. Download the app and check it out. Are you still bullish, Rockford? I just answered that question. I'll answer it later. Ty, thanks for the follow. Sui, guys, Sui's not one that I would be too excited about right now. And the reason why, new utility, high inflation. All right. So could this be the zone? Bottomed out at this level in 2025. Maybe it's going to bottom out here again. Maybe. But I would rather see Bitcoin do a pretty hard reversal first and then be more interested in Sui. Did Polygon reach out to you recently about being a sponsor? No. VeChain did. What would be a good buying target for Solana, or is it better to see if it drops further? 126. Solana 126. That has been the level that has held. I'm not, if we enter into, again, a bear market, but not the bear market, Solana will lose 126, but it'll bounce off of that level. So just give it some time. It'll bounce out for a short-term play at least. I would open a limit order right at 126. I missed your answer on the bullish question. I'll answer that question again in a few minutes. So it's not worth it to long or short. Just stack up on spot. I'm not saying stack up on spot foregone. I am not stacking up on spot until we see Bitcoin get a lot more bullish. So do you think he can find a bottom? At some point, it's going to flatline, but we're not immune to Solana being in the dumps to this market, Crypto Crow loves ADA. It will go back up, of course. End of year, at least 20K, 120K. If we lose the 50-week moving average, we're going to be done for a few months, okay? So opinion on Pengu. If Bitcoin loses the 50-week moving average, we're going to be done for a couple months. I'm just going to keep on saying. So guys, any crypto, even if I love that crypto, we're going to be done for a few months if Bitcoin loses the 50-week moving average. That's 103. Last week we went well below 103 and we closed above the 50-week moving average. I'd be pretty hopeful if we do it again. We can absolutely do that again. Close above 103. The only spot I'm buying right now are my Gemini rewards. Yeah, that's for sure. The Monad launch on Coinbase, I have no idea. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm way behind on these comments here. Buy silver and gold also. Yeah. Gold was the play of the year. Yeah, I mean, it was a good play. Would Quant be here in 10 years? I'm not so sure about that. Are you talking about SMA? Yeah, the SMA. Now, if Bitcoin were to close above the 50-week EMA, then I'll be a little bit more agnostic as to what happens from here. So I'd still be somewhat hopeful about that. I got scammed by Matthias Mazur. Really? It's over. Sell everything and hold USD. YMCA dude. Here's the problem with holding USD. You're guaranteed to lose the purchasing power of your USD. So that's the thing. I mean, all of these things losing ground to the dollar, really. Now, I understand some random junk coin losing ground to the dollar, but like, how long is Bitcoin going to lose ground to the dollar when the dollar is what it is, Do you have injective? I have some injective that I staked a long time ago and just forgot about it on a wallet. Probably like a couple $100. We are heading into the bear market. Unfortunately, the writing is on the wall. Top for alts was December. The bear market? I disagree. A bear market? It's possible for sure. Yeah, sarcastic, winkly, smiley face. I thought alt season was starting with ICP, Filecoin, and more coins were pumping. I gave it a 25% chance. You know, what did you give it? Did you give it a 100% chance? I gave it a 25% chance. Close by when? By Sunday. You doing night streams. This live stream is presented to you by Vechain. So guys, if you want me to go live more in the evenings, I would love to set up a multi-month partnership with Vechain, or multi-year part, like just a continuing partnership with Vechain, and then I'll go live in the evenings. If you want me to go live in the evenings, then please do me a favor. Head on over to YouTube or to X, World War Bitcoin on YouTube, at WW Bitcoin on X. I posted a referral link. I'm not getting a kickback on that referral link, but you know, they want to see people on the live stream download their app. The app doesn't cost any money. You could do nothing with it, or you could transfer your VeChain to it. The VeWorld app. But if you use my referral link, they'll be able to measure how many people downloaded the app, and then I'll be able to go live in the evenings more. You know, but otherwise, I mean, especially right now, guys, I'm sorry to say, I know I've been kind of MIA this week. I decided to focus on this business that you know, kind of sits dormant for most of the year, but I can make really good money during the fourth quarter of the year. So I haven't made a YouTube video this week. I was hoping to make a YouTube video I was hoping to make a couple YouTube videos this week, but other things got in the way that I'm not going to talk about. So I haven't made a TikTok this week. I don't think I've even posted on X this week, aside from this live stream. So hey, here's an opportunity. You want me to be showing up in the evenings? Click on my referral link that, again, I don't get any kickbacks on, and I'll go live. It looks like Bitcoin dominance will go up again. I do think that 66% was the peak. Quantitative easing is over in 3 weeks. Or sorry, quantitative tightening. It's over in 3 weeks. So 66%. I think that was the peak. But the problem is, if Bitcoin's going to go down from here, even if Bitcoin dominance doesn't go down, that's not going to be great for altcoins. But again, I'm telling you guys, this is not a scenario where we're waiting until the end of 2026 for the bear market bottom. It's not a new business. It's a business I've had for 10 years. It's just an Amazon store. Would you recommend selling Solana and rebuying towards the bottom? Where's the bottom? Who knows what the bottom is? If I knew exactly what the bottom was for Solana, I would say, yeah, sell and buy the bottom. I'm quite convinced that Solana is at least going down to 126 from here. So you want to buy 126 at 126? You want to try to do that? Go ahead. But it can go lower than that. Cash Patel, what? I don't know. Seems to be following the influencer narrative. Any thoughts? What's following the influencer narrative? Do you recommend selling Bitcoin or Solana? I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin. Bitcoin would have had to have gone parabolic for me to sell my Bitcoin. There's no way I'm selling. Solana, that's a different story. I don't want to hold any altcoins in the bear market. Unknown wholesaler. Definitely MIA. Oh, I'm sorry, trucker. I've been MIA for like literally 4 days. You know, I went live every day last week. I made content every day last week, and you know, this week, yeah, I'm MIA because I'm working my butt off. I've spent so far like $15,000 to $20,000 on inventory, and now I have to pack it and ship it. so that I can provide food for my family, you know? I'm sorry, guys. You know, I wish that that the market was more lucrative for me, but I've always told you guys, like, you know, I have to do what I can to I have 7 kids. I have 7 kids. I pay tuition at their school. I wish that I could go live and make, you know, $2 on YouTube and 25 cents on TikTok with the gifts and the ad revenue on YouTube, but I can't. So influencer narrative, all we heard in past, that's this is it, and now it's coming. Influencer narrative, all getting rich. I have no idea what you're saying, man. And guys, if any, I saw something about kicking the can down the road. Kicking you're hearing me talk about 2026. Somebody said something about kicking the can down the road, and I'm just going to repeat what I've been saying to you since pretty much 2022. The stars were not aligned for us to have a 2018 or 2021 alt season. They just weren't. There will be a time. Do I believe that we're going to have alt season this cycle? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I believe we are going to have absolute pandemonium this cycle. This cycle being between the 2024 halving and the 2028 halving. But all I was hoping for the fourth quarter of 2025 was for an altcoin run similar or maybe a little bit better than the fourth quarter of 2024. And so far, we have not gotten it, and fourth quarter is almost halfway over. That's all I was hoping for. So now I'm going to say the opposite. So many of you were telling me it's not entirely Pump Fund's fault. I know that you want to blame Pump Fund. That's what the LARPers who think they know a thing about economics, they're going to blame Pump Fund because it's an easy out. It wasn't solely Pump Fund. Pump Fund probably contributed like 5 to 10% of it. All right, but do any of you remember when I went live in late 2024 and I was telling you guys to be cautious about 2025, that, you know, everyone was saying 2025 was going to be this year, that all of your wildest dreams were going to come true. And I was like, you know, I don't think that's going to happen. I think 2025 is going to be a rough year. And actually, I hate to say this, guys, but 2025 has been a pleasant surprise in comparison to where I thought things were going to be, because I'm on record saying that we would be at a bear market bottom at this point in 2025. Like last year at this time, I was saying bear market bottom at the end of 2025. And instead, Bitcoin had a Bitcoin run, but the altcoins didn't. So I guess I was half right? Yeah, 2025 has been a nightmare. So, but let's flip that for a second. Why does 2026 have to suck? The only reason why you're saying 2026, I remember when you sold 40% in the 2024 December peak. I wish I sold more. The only reason why any of you are saying that 2026 has to suck is because 2026 is supposed to be the bear market according to history, past history. But if 2025 was supposed to be this mega bull year, and then 2025 sucked, why does 2026 have to be the bear market? Nothing, guys, question everything. Nothing has to happen the way it's happened, just the same way that 2025 didn't happen the way that so many of the LARPers were saying it was going to happen. Anyway, that's true. Take a deep breath. I'm with you. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't you, Simelio. Yeah, you were kind of bearish for 2025. You were more bullish for 26. That's right. Now, listen, guys, I'm sorry to say this. I think the first quarter of 2026 is going to be a fake out in the sense that, like, it's going to look like this is if we lose the 50-week moving average. Let's say we don't close the week above the 50-week moving average. I think the first quarter of 2026 is going to look like a typical bear market. And then, all right, everyone's going to be of this mindset that, all right, you know what? Let's wait until October, November of 2026, and then we'll buy. But then those people who have that mindset are going to be sidelined in a major, major way. I think whatever this bear market looks like, if it is a bear market, it's gonna last for maybe the first quarter of 2026. Jam thinks 2026 will be better than 2025, and next cycle alt season will be bigger than 2021 alt season. Yeah, I know Jam's line of thinking, and you know what? I give props to Jam. He's been, he did predict that Ethereum was going to peak at 2,700. It went much higher than that. And bears always look smart at the end, and he's always a bear. But okay, that might be it. That might be what happens. Is it possible we can pump end of this month in December? It's possible. I mean, again, let's close the week above the 50-week moving average, and I'll say anything's possible. But I mean, it is certainly looking unlikely right now. All right. Anyway, I'm in construction and no one is really building. Yep. I mean, it's hard when interest rates are so high. You always give great stuff, bud. Thank you. Thank you. Anthony, guys, I see an anonymous mouse user. I don't know what you are, but thanks for the follow, guys. Are you mainly in cash right now? Listen, I posted this on X. I said that I set limit orders after that big liquidation a few weeks ago. I set limit orders on my on my 4 biggest bags of crypto, and all of those have hit. So every one of those I'm out of. I still have some, I still have my DGen wallet with some crypto in it, but I've been mostly in stocks for, a month or two now, maybe even more than that. Now that I think about it, I mean, like even in like June or May, I think I was more than 50% in stocks, and now I'm more like 80% in stocks. So again, guys, if you could do me a favor, this live stream is sponsored by Vechain. Do me a favor. I'm going to post this in the chat on YouTube. Download the VeWorld app. If you use it a little bit or not at all, or use it a lot, could you do me a favor? Do yourself a favor. You want me to go live in the evenings? I never go live in the evenings. Download the VeWorld app, World War Bitcoin on YouTube. I just posted that on the, I posted in the comment section of the chat stream. And if you do that, thank you, Foxy, then I'm more likely to go live in the evenings. With these, I wouldn't be live right now if it wasn't for that, for the fact that Vechain is supporting this live stream. So anyway, Khalid, thanks for the follow. Zcash, LOL. So Zcash, I'm looking at Zcash. It's $511. It got up to what, $750? So is it over for Zcash? I was never excited about touching Zcash because I don't chase green candles like that. But I wasn't excited when Zcash went to $160 and it 4x'd after that. So what do you want? I'm especially not touching Zcash now. I think I could see it going right back down. Pinlink and Tars AI, I mean, it's the same thing. Those are both very small market cap cryptos. I'm not touching small market cap utility cryptos at all. At all. All right, until we see strength in Bitcoin and Ethereum, until we see strength in those, no, I'm not touching Pinlink or Tars AI. Sorry, I can't keep up, guys. Okay, I will download, although it's 2 a.m. in Europe. Thank you, Miskalin. Not going to lie, I've been feeling tempted to sell ADA. Do you think it's a good hold? See, I mean, if you're going to hold any, those larger cap cryptos should, what's the downside for them? Now, ADA, I mean, ADA's bear market bottom is what, 25 cents? All right, so it's at 52. That's better. So, that's better than what a lot of other cryptos could go down to. Haven't checked for a while what's happening with he is not immune to what's going on with the market. It's not immune to Solana doing what it's doing. Sell altcoins and buy Bitcoin. It depends on the altcoin. Some of them might actually hold on to. Like I still have a bag of Doge. I mean, at 16.3 cents, maybe I should unload some of it, but it's just these random altcoins that have pumped really hard out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised if I remember last Friday we saw some random cryptos go up like 50%. Some of them even went up 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if Doge did something like that. Good entry for Riot now. I mean, Riot's probably going to do whatever Bitcoin does. I was hoping there would be some kind of a break from that, because Riot is kind of trying to rebrand as like an AI data center, and they have all the infrastructure for it. So maybe, I mean, it's at what's that, 13 something? How's Ondo? Guys, I mean, you want to ask about any crypto. I mean, name me a crypto that's actually doing well. How's Ondo? Ondo's probably doing pretty poorly. Yeah. When will the ALX 2049 preset? I don't know what you're talking about. Short-term prediction for Bitcoin, for Vechain, for Bitcoin. I mean, it's not looking great right now. All right. I have my lines in the sand. My bottom line is the 50-week moving average, that we wouldn't see a weekly close below that. And right now we're $4,000 below the 50-week moving average. So short-term prediction, if we lose the 50-week moving average, I think we're going to go a decent amount lower. I mean, could we go down to under 80,000? I think we could. But I'd be very interested in Bitcoin under $80,000. Are memes done for this year and first half of 2026? Probably. When was market worse than this? In 2020? Not in 2020. I mean, 2018 was very rough. Post alt season in early 2018. 2022 was really rough. I think the thing that makes this particular moment worse is because at least in 2018 and 2022, we had the big payoff from 2021 and 2017 going into early 2018 being like a big, massive returns. It's been pretty miserable. I mean, not pretty. Yeah. So, I mean, 2025 is one of the worst years in crypto history. When you factor in the expectations, and if some of you said 2025 was the worst year in crypto history, I wouldn't blame you for that. It's up there because of the astronomical expectations at the beginning of this year. So, are you bearish right now? I'm waiting. Crypto is a buzzkill. Listen, guys, I know you don't want to hear this right now, but man, how do I say this? I want the 4-year cycle bros to just go away. I want them to give up, to dump their bags, and then I want them to be sidelined for what could be a potentially massive, massive return in altcoins, in meme coins. I want that. I want them to break out of this prison that they're in. That now, of course, if it's between alt season tomorrow and that scenario, sure, give me alt season tomorrow. But like, you don't understand the returns that we could get with some of these altcoins where people would just throw in the towel. And I know a lot of people are still of this mindset that it has to happen this quarter or it's not going to happen at all ever again. And I reject that. When will it happen again? When can it happen again? When Interest rates have bottomed out. When the money printer is turned back on, when liquidity is injected into the system, and all of a sudden you have these altcoins that the masses have given up on that are down massively. They're down an enormous amount. And some of these cryptos could do like a 20x, a 50x, and still not hit a new all-time high. If that's what's ahead of us. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I know it sucks. It sucks for me. I mean, I know it sucks for all of us. But like that could be our future. But like I don't own a ton of crypto right now because I had those stop losses hit. So there will be a time. Give me $2 Cardano and I'm happy. All right. There's never been an alt season during a high interest rate environment. There has never been, crypto has not existed in a high interest. Like the only time there's ever been a high interest environment was when they started raising rates in 2022. So 2022 was the bear market, 2023, we didn't have an alt season, of course. That was the year of anticipation, whatever you want to call it. 2024, the closest thing we got to an alt season, in my opinion, was the first quarter of 2024. Not the last quarter of 2024. But even that alt season was mostly just meme coins, a lot of degen plays. So, what is this? Why are people spamming this stuff? Don't spam that stuff. Okay. What's some good stocks? $10 a week. Where are you putting it? I mean, right now, I'll just say Bitcoin. I sold 90% of my crypto, so I want it to fall. Yeah, some of you guys, you can't sell. You just you cannot sell. And I'm not saying I'm just some of you, it just hurts so much to hit the sell button. And that's why, I mean, did it hurt me to sell from February to March to April of 2024? Oh, it hurt a lot. Did it hurt me to sell 40% of my bag in December of 2024? Yes, it hurt a lot. Did it hurt me to sell a few weeks ago when all those limit orders hit? Yes. But I sold, and those cryptos are down a decent amount from where I sold. And I did mention that on my X account. You got to sell even when you're at a loss. So I know a lot of you are going to respond. So should I sell now? What's some good stocks? Good stocks. I don't know. I have a decent bag of EOSE. EOSE. It has something to do with batteries. It's been interesting lately. And I shouldn't say it like that. It has something to do with batteries. I'm just, my brain's in a fog. I've been nonstop since 5:30 in the morning. Now it's been scorching hot lately. I will say that. And I'm hoping that right now it's not in a distributive phase. It's at $15.21. I think it's going to go up to like $30 in 2026. There's a lot of fundamentally sound things with it. Their revenue stream is about to increase dramatically. But this is a crypto channel. Easy PWN and Ulta. Okay. Solana going back down. Big Bear AI. I actually have some of that. It's been down since I bought it, but we'll see. Solana going back down to $50. You know what? Again, if Bitcoin closes below the 50-week moving average this week, I will agree with you on that. Maybe that's a little too low, but I don't know, man. I mean, that's still. Thank you so much, ABC Juan. That is still, what is that? It went down to $7 in 2022. So that's still a 7x from its bear market bottom. I could see that. I've seen on X there are actually 7 stocks fueling the economy. Do they have a nickname called the Magnificent Seven? Do you think Render will go back up soon? No. Those are the older AI cryptos are I've been screaming, do not buy those. The older ones. They're still up massive. All right, again, reminder. Oh, come on. I'm trying to have my fish oil. Reminder, the reason you never see me live at this time of day, the reason why I'm live right now is that this live stream is being sponsored by Vechain. And so if you all could do me a favor and use my referral link. I don't get a kickback on it. It's just for their metrics to see how successful this is. And you want to use the app, the VeWorld app, the Vechain official app. You want to use it or just look around, whatever you want to do. You want to stake your Vechain holdings. Check it out, and I'll be able to go live more because this might be a longer term partnership, but it depends on the metrics, the metric, number of downloads, things like that. So for those on TikTok, you go to WW Bitcoin on X. I posted the link there, or on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I posted the link in the chat. Yeah, the link. Yes, Foxy. Thank you. Yeah, Omega 3. Kind of a good opportunity to get prepared for the true alt season. Guys, yes, Anthony, true alt season, because I mean, again, I've not been calling for alt season. I've been hoping for some kind of alt moment. But man, if it doesn't happen this quarter or next quarter, alt season, then when true alt season comes, like Anthony's saying, the returns are going to be insane. They are going to be massive. When the stars align, I will be Sage. I will be Crypto Sage 26. You know Sage, right? Pay attention and listen, because this junk coin that I've been shilling relentlessly is going to 1000x. Some of you, people have sometimes confused me with Sage, saying that I'm saying stuff that he said. It's funny because we are the exact opposite. Question is when? Yes. I don't know. Every alt moment this year has been a bull trap, and in 2024. So listen, when are rates going to bottom out? That might be a hint. When's it going to happen? When do rates bottom out? That might be the end of 2026, or it might be earlier in 2026. When rates bottom out, I think that's going to be whatever that gets to, that's going to be an incredible time. Man, you guys with your spam about this stupid pre-sale. I don't care. Go away, Joshua. What's the coin that you're saying with 1000x? I wasn't talking about a specific coin. We need Uncle Powell to turn off the money printer. What? We are no longer in the 4-year cycle. That trend is broken. Welcome. I have been saying that since 2022. Oh, man. Pre-sales are all scams, pretty much. Oh, my goodness. These guys are spamming my YouTube stream. Your take on WorldCoin? I mean, their supply is very much undiluted. So their tokenomics are probably going to be pretty rough. The chart looks terrible, just like every other chart. VeChain garbage? No, get out of here, man. VeChain, I wish I could bet you on this. VeChain will be here 50 years from now. I looked into all of their metrics, every major metric. There is more activity, like real world supply chain activity. There's more of that even now than there was 4 years ago. So eventually the price of the crypto is going to catch up. One man in the matrix. I don't know what you're saying. All right, guys, I got about a few more minutes. Why is price not caught up? Because it's a disaster right now. You know, I mean, why is at any price not caught up? Bitcoin volume today was 104 billion. Thank you, Foxy. Really appreciate that. Be like Foxy, guys. All right, yeah, Bitcoin volume. Is that higher? Yeah, that's I can't see that. That's up 60%. Wow. Wow. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Dogecoin doing bad. Dogecoin's holding up a lot better than other cryptos. Everything's doing bad. You know, Dogecoin is actually, it's funny. I bought Dogecoin. I mean, I've sold some. I had limit orders, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sell all of it. And Dogecoin, I bought Dogecoin at 16 cents. I mean, I bought Dogecoin in the bear market, but then I sold a bunch of it at the peak, near the peak. But I bought Dogecoin at 16 cents, and it's at 16 cents. Quant's doing all right. Let's see, Quant. Wow, 91. That's crazy. That's way better than I thought it would be. That's yeah, Quant's doing pretty well. Was 80 yesterday. Yeah, I see it. Man, Quant's green. Quant had a green day. That's wild. Yeah, kind of weird. Quant does what Quant does. There we go. Are whales selling Bitcoin? Is it retail selling? Probably short-term holders. Short-term holders drive short-term action in the market. I know that seems pretty like a duh statement to make. Do you still have alts? Like I said, after that big liquidation a few weeks ago, I sold. I set a limit order, and I was like, you know what? If my specific alt holdings get to these prices, I'm out. And all those limit orders got triggered, but I do still have some Dogecoin. And I still have, I still have my Rismus bag, unfortunately. I mean, like Solana's been getting crushed. You think ICP is back to its bear market for this year and next year? What do you mean by that? I mean, ICP, oh, you know what? I'm probably going to open a short on ICP. I wish I was paying attention to this more. I should have done it last week. I think it still has a decent amount to go down. So, could it go down to $5, $4, $3? Yeah, I think so. Setup on Quant looks good. World, I already looked at WLD. Price prediction for ADA. All right, if 2026 is a good year, how about not its 2024 peak? That was $1.30. How about $1.05? I don't know. Okay, yeah. So you came in late. I like right before you asked that. It couldn't have been more than a couple minutes before you asked that. I answered. The chart just doesn't look good. Arrow's holding up pretty decently as well. $1.05. That doesn't mean that's the peak, you know? I'm just saying for 2026. I'm not saying we're peaking in 2026. My thing is, the thing that I've been telling you guys for a while is the peak for this cycle for Bitcoin is closer to its next halving than its previous one. And when I say that, I'm not saying like March of 2024, where we hit a new all-time high before the halving. I'm not saying March of 2028. No, absolutely not. What I'm saying is 2026 or 2027, but I would think more like 2027. I'm almost done, guys. You're asking for the peak. I don't have anything for it. I mean, I made a video in early 2024 giving a $4.86 target. How about that for the peak? All right, guys, I'm almost done. Thank you all for joining me. I'm just going to ask one more time. Download the VeWorld apps. Greetings from Lutton. There we go. Download the VeWorld app if you want me to be on this live stream in the evenings more, which I'm never on live in the evenings. I posted the link in the YouTube chat, World War Bitcoin on YouTube, the live stream chat. I posted it on X, WW Bitcoin. And that's the reason why I'm live today, is because Vechain sponsored this live stream. And I'm really thrilled to work with Vechain. And I'm hoping that they will want to pursue a long-term partnership with myself, Devin, and Alvarez. A way that we'll do that and have these live streams at maybe a more convenient time for all of you is if they're happy with the results of the live stream. So that's it. Thank you, Akilu. You going live this week or next week? I am going to block that guy because he's a bum. I have 2 more live streams that I've committed to with talking at times about VeChain. So I don't know when. I think tomorrow and maybe Saturday after that. So, all right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you next time.